Hello everyone. Can you see this board? Can you hear me? Hello guys, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And can you see this board?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
All right. Okay. Good. I think we have already discussed tutorial 5, right? ये डिस्कस कर चुके हैं हम. Any doubt here? Problem 1, 2.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon. Any doubt in 5th tutorial? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Did anyone try last problem? Is there any current in the last problem through the resistance? So in this problem, this middle wire is connecting to 1 and 2 periodically. Is there any current in the resistance?
No, sir.
But there is a flux change, right? Flux change तो है.
सर लाइक इस ईएमएफ भी इंड्यूस नहीं होगा इसमें.
So first of all, is d phi 0 non-zero? Is there change in flux when you connect 1 and 2 periodically? So when connected to 2, this is the circuit. And there is a magnetic field in half of the part only. When connected to 1, this is the circuit. What is the flux passing through the circuit in this case? What is the flux passing through the circuit in this case? In this case, how much is the flux passing through the loop?
Sir, in second case there is B into the area, and in first one it is 0.
So in one of the case, flux is non-zero. Let us say this is case A1, this is case A2, or let me call it reverse. A2 means when K is connected to 2. जब 2 से connected है, this is the case A2, this is the case A1. So when for A2 scenario, obviously there is some phi. For A1 scenario,
No phi.
no phi. It means delta phi is non-zero, right?
Yes, sir.
So according to Faraday law, there should be EMF, right?
Yes, sir.
So if EMF is there, why do you say that there is no current? So how many of you are in favor of zero current? Please raise your hands. Zero current के फेवर में कितने लोग हैं? Okay, okay, put down. Non-zero current के फेवर में how many in favor of non-zero current? What about others? बाकी लोग न्यूट्रल क्यों हैं? So let me give you, okay, put down hands, put down your hands. Let me tell you the answer is this. There is no current. But before I come to this answer, let me tell you what the paradox here. Obviously, delta phi is not zero. It means EMF is not zero. It means current is not zero. But if current is not zero, it means energy dissipation is, which is how much?
Not
Pi
zero.
square. This is also not zero.
Yeah.
But if there is a energy dissipation, then this is the problem. ये एनर्जी आई कहाँ से? क्या आपने दी? Or if no one is providing the energy, then this circuit can work like a source of energy, right? प्लग को ऑन ऑफ करते रहिए and you will get current in the circuit. So is there any work in switching this plug? क्या इस प्लग को स्विच करने में कोई एनर्जी लॉस हो रहा है? You can assume
Maybe.
that, I mean, this is a, you can assume that this switching is completely frictionless. यहाँ पे कोई friction नहीं है, और and these two wires are प्रिसाइजली वेरी क्लोज टू ईच अदर, ये दोनों वायर बहुत पास पास हैं. दिस इज वन वायर, दिस इज सेकेंड वायर. So whatever work you are doing here, that is extremely small. यहाँ पे जो काम कर रहे हैं आप, ये बहुत कम है. And you can minimize it if you can make, if you can make these smooth connections, then this work will be extremely small. Whereas this work depends on what? Strength of field. इस फील्ड को आप कम, इस एनर्जी डिसिपेशन को आप कम ज्यादा कर सकते हैं by using some strong or weak magnets, right? So obviously the energy dissipation here is not coming from this switch. इस switch से नहीं आ रहा, because इसको आप बहुत कम भी कर सकते हैं और इसको आप बहुत ज्यादा भी कर सकते हैं by using some strong magnets. And obviously जो यहाँ पे switching आप कर रहे हैं using this plug, that has nothing to do with magnetic field. उसका magnetic field से कोई connection भी नहीं है. So this is still a suspense. यदि current है, if there is a current, where is the energy coming from? And if there is no current, दूसरा सिचुएशन ये है कि करंट नहीं होगा, I is equal to 0, it means no problem with energy conservation now. नहीं आपने कुछ दिया, नहीं आपको कुछ मिला. Neither you provided anything nor you get anything. But now we have a problem with Faraday law. Because according to Faraday law, if flux is changing, it should produce some current. So in either case we have a problem. करंट जीरो करते हैं तब भी एक प्रॉब्लम है, करंट जीरो नहीं मानते हैं तब भी एक प्रॉब्लम है. So if you know the answer, यदि आपको आंसर बता दिया जाए, and I have already told you the answer, this is the correct answer. I is 0 here. Now can you answer? Can you guess why I should be 0?
Because sir, rate of change of flux is 0. d phi by dt 0.
Is d phi by dt 0?
I guess so.
Flux change is there, right? Flux तो change हो रहा है. When you connect it to, there is some flux in the circuit. जब आप 1 पे करते हैं flux 0 हो जाता है. And let us say you take 1 millisecond in switching the key को switch करने में आपको 1 millisecond का time लगता है. Then you can calculate d phi by dt also.
But sir, in that case also the flux will be 0 because in first case it is increasing then decreasing, increasing then decreasing. Total will be 0 maybe.
See, what you are saying is something like this. Let us say initially phi is 0, then it increase, then it decrease, then again go back to 0. So what is the equivalent current? Current first decrease because phi is increasing, then it increase, then it 0. On an average देखा जाए तो flux change में 0, average change is 0, right? In flux.
Yes, sir.
In the same manner, average change in current is also 0, but instantaneous change, you can think of it like a AC pulse, right? So I'm not talking about average, I'm talking about the behavior. क्या current all time 0 रहता है? You can use this pulse to light a bulb, right? इससे आप एक बल्ब जला सकते हैं. This can produce heat. What is the heat produced by this current? Something like this. I square R. So I negative होगा but heat तो positive ही आएगी. Let us say this is I square. always positive. I mean, that's how you switch on. I mean, that's how you light these electric bulbs, right? Electric bulbs को आप कैसे चलाते हैं? Using some AC circuit, right? So on an average, there is no EMF, but why do you take average? Average लेने की जरूरत ही क्या है आपको? So let me tell you, although it's not a complete answer, or complete answer complicated भी है, that is not part of your syllabus, वो आपके syllabus का part भी नहीं है अभी. Faraday law, I mean whatever you know about Faraday law is not the complete thing. जो भी आपने Faraday law के बारे में पढ़ा है, वो पूरा नहीं है. Faraday law is something like this. Rate of change of flux is EMF. This is Faraday law. Is proportional to EMF or is equal to minus of EMF, whatever. With a condition. ये Faraday law नहीं है. This is just a component of Faraday law. There is a condition with it. What is that condition?
That E motional comes along.
If any work is being done in changing the flux, यदि फ्लक्स को चेंज करने में आपको कुछ वर्क करना पड़ रहा है, then there is a EMF. कोई वर्क किए बिना ही आपने फ्लक्स चेंज कर दिया, then there is no EMF. So this is one very classical case where you can change the flux. फ्लक्स तो आपने चेंज करके दिखा दिया, बट कोई वर्क नहीं करना पड़ा. And there are many cases like this. इस तरह के बहुत सारे सर्किट्स आप बना सकते हैं where you can change the flux without performing any work. Okay. Or if you want to know the mathematical shape of the same rule, EMF is this. EMF क्या होता है? dV by dt into area plus dA by dt into magnetic field, right? This is called motional EMF. This is called induced EMF. Is magnetic field changing with time here? क्या magnetic field time के साथ change हुआ?
No, sir.
What about this? क्या area time के साथ change हो रहा है?
Yes, sir.
Now there is a problem. यहाँ पे एक problem है. The moment area changes, जिस moment पे area shrink हुआ, at the same moment magnetic field becomes zero. उसी moment पे magnetic field zero हो गया. It means the moment when dA by dt becomes non-zero, this terms becomes zero. और ultimately ये product फिर भी zero ही रहा. Okay. So in any case, चाहे आप सिचुएशन A2 पर हो या A1 पर हो, both the terms are non-zero. Okay. Or in universal sense, both the terms are related to one thing, work. ये टर्म भी जीरो नहीं आ रहा, इसका मतलब है कि आपने कुछ वर्क किया है. सेकेंड टर्म भी जीरो नॉन जीरो तभी आएगा whenever you are doing a work. यदि आप कोई वर्क नहीं कर रहे हैं, ये दोनों टर्म जीरो रहेंगे. Okay. So flux change हो सकता है, but that flux change is equal to EMF only if there is a work done. यदि कोई वर्क किया होगा आपने उस फ्लक्स को चेंज करने में, EMF मिलेगा. अदरवाइज फ्लक्स चेंज होने के बावजूद भी EMF नहीं मिलेगा. Okay.
Sir,
Yes.
you said dA by dt जब shrink होगा, जब area shrink होगा तो magnetic field zero हो जाएगा. जब वो वापस एक्सटेंड करेगा वो मैक्सिमम रेंज तक, तब तो वापस भी जीरो नहीं होगा ना।
Let me write it like this. There is a problem. Okay, so let me make it like this. So actually there is a problem with this circuit. I mean, इसको completely explain करना थोड़ा मुश्किल इसलिए भी है because in this particular case, when this wire is between 1 and 2, then what is the scenario? तब आप क्या मानेंगे? In that case, there is no Faraday law क्योंकि there is no closed loop. इसको तीन सिचुएशन में आप डिवाइड कर सकते हैं. One is this. This is 0.2. This is 0.1. Arrow is connected to it. This is case 1. This is closed loop. Right? Case 2 is this. This is 0.2, 0.1. Wire is in between. But now Faraday law does not work because it's an open loop. This is case 3. It is connected to 1. It is again closed loop. Faraday law can work, but you can see when you switch between these two, जब आप यहाँ से यहाँ तक आते हैं, there is a break in loop. Loop में एक break बीच में है. So in some sense, it is not very easy to apply. I mean, it is not very easy to calculate this thing. Okay. If you somehow can kill this case, if आप इस case को किसी तरीके से हटा सकें, I mean, you go to case 1 to case 3 without breaking the loop, then you can calculate this quantity. तब आप इसको calculate कर सकते हैं. So one modification is this. एक modification ये भी है इसी circuit का, something like this. There is a solenoid. Okay. So there is a magnetic field in, so current is in this direction or whatever. Let us say permanent magnet. All I'm saying that in this region there is a permanent magnetic field. Direction. This is the direction. And my circuit is like this. Circuit इस तरीके से मान सकते हैं आप. Something like
वो पेपर ले आए क्या सर?
उसको ले जाइए एग्जाम सेल सीधा जमा करना है उसको. What I'm trying to show, there is this permanent magnet. Okay, and let us say there is some copper wire over this magnet, and this is a kind of a rigid wire. स्प्रिंग नुमा वायर आप मान सकते हैं. ओके, सो व्हेन यू पुल इट इन दिस साइड, जब आप इसको राइट साइड में पुश करेंगे, व्हाट विल हैपन? दिस इज द सिनेरियो. एंड कॉइल इज हियर, मैग्नेट यहाँ पर है. So you can see there is no, this is a open loop now, and when you push it on the left side, then this is the loop. Something like this. 1 minute, 1 minute, 1 minute. So this is a closed loop. And if I push it on right, then loop will be open. Okay. So let me make it something like this. Sorry guys. And this is the magnetic field. This is the resistance. What is the flux through this loop? इस time loop में कितना flux है? So what is the loop? Loop is this. Let me use thicker. This is the loop right now. Now when I push this circuit, जब मैं circuit को left की ओर push करूंगा, then this is the scenario. तब क्या scenario होगा? Something like this. And this is the magnet. Magnet इसके बीच में आ गया है. What is the loop now? अब current loop क्या है? This. Let us say the outer layer of this solenoid is conducting. Okay. This is a loop now. And third case is I keep on pushing. मैं इसको circuit को push करता जा रहा हूँ. This is the last scenario. And this solenoid is inside it. Solenoid इसके अंदर आ गया है. So what is this? What is phi in this case? 0. What is phi in this case? Non-zero. Is there any work? क्या इस प्रोसेस में कोई वर्क करना पड़ा है आपने?
सर इसको लूप को पुश करने में वर्क किया गया है.
Yes, so there might be some work in stretching out this loop. But let us say these wires are quite flexible. ये wires flexible हैं. And I mean, जो work आपको करना पड़ रहा है, that depends on how rigid are these wires. वो इन wires की rigidity पर depend करता है. It has nothing to do with this magnetic field or the size of the loop. उस वर्क का मैग्नेट से या इस लूप की साइज से कोई कनेक्शन नहीं है, राइट? Let us say wires are extremely flexible. Then that work is extremely small. वो वर्क बहुत ही लो है, उसका कम से कम मैग्नेटिक फील्ड या साइज से कोई कनेक्शन नहीं है. सेकेंड थिंग, नाउ देयर इज नो केस 2. केस 2 जैसा कोई केस यहाँ पर नहीं है. I mean there is no open loop now. Loop is always closed. Loop हमेशा ही closed रहता है, right? Now you can think of this dA by dt part. I am not going to answer it. इसको थोड़ा टाइम दीजिए, समझिए क्या हो रहा है. If you want some reference, यदि आपको कुछ written में चाहिए, I can give you some paper. It's a very small and very good paper. Only for those who want to learn these things. कोई प्रेशर नहीं है आप पे कि पढ़ना ही है, आपका मन है तो आप पढ़ सकते हैं. Faraday law paradoxes. This is the circuit which I give you in problem. ये वो सर्किट है जो मैंने आपको प्रॉब्लम में दिया था, थोड़ा सा मॉडिफिकेशन करके. This is the circuit that I am discussing now. Okay. So if you want to read this paper, you can read. बहुत बड़ा पेपर नहीं है. It's only 2 pages, and I think you can easily understand this paper. So I'll provide you, or you can also find by this title. Google पे title search कीजिए, and you will find this paper. Okay. So think about what is happening to dA by dt, and you will realize that EMF is 0. EMF is 0, although d phi by dt is not 0. Okay. The same thing is mentioned somewhere in this paper here. If and only if there is a non-vanishing work. यदि वर्क नॉन जीरो है, then only you can apply Faraday law. Otherwise, Faraday law का मीनिंग ही नहीं है. Okay. So these are something which, I mean, ये आपके सिलेबस का पार्ट नहीं है. So don't worry if you are not clear about last problem. Last problem आपको क्लियर नहीं भी हो रही है, कोई दिक्कत नहीं है. पर यदि आपको समझना है Faraday law को, वो इतना इजी नहीं जितना आप उसको देखते आ रहे हैं. There are lots of suspense behind the Faraday law. Except 9, any doubt in any other problem? 9 के अलावा किसी और प्रॉब्लम में कोई डाउट?
No, sir.
See, the unfortunate thing with today's time is that we do not argue the things. When Faraday law came, जब Faraday law आया था, although there was no reasoning behind it कि ऐसा क्यों हो रहा है, and scientists try to make circuits which disobey Faraday law. Scientists ने ऐसे सर्किट बनाने की कोशिश की थी जो Faraday law को disobey करे. And these are those circuits. ये उसी तरह के circuits हैं. They are extremely simple and they defy Faraday law. ये बहुत simple है और ये Faraday law को defy भी करते हैं. Okay. So I think this part we are missing out in today's time. इस तरह की रीजनिंग हम आज की तारीख में मिस कर रहे हैं. And all purpose of teaching you physics is to make you able to reason something. फिजिक्स पढ़ाने का जो मेन लॉजिक है वो आपको ये रीजनिंग प्रोवाइड कराना है. इक्वेशंस रटवाना हमारा काम नहीं है. आई नेवर एम्फसाइज यू टू लर्न इक्वेशंस एंड ऑल दिस थिंग्स. इक्वेशंस का मीनिंगफुल यूज क्या है, कैसे आप रिलेवेंट फिजिक्स निकालते हैं, दैट्स फिजिक्स इज ऑल अबाउट. लेट्स कम टू द नेक्स्ट ट्यूटोरियल.
Sir,
यस.
sir, in question number 9, if we put a capacitance in a middle wire, then there is loss with resistance or not?
See, whatever you do, आप कुछ भी कीजिए, unless you give energy, there is no energy in the circuit. जब तक आप खुद से कोई एनर्जी नहीं देंगे, सर्किट में कोई एनर्जी नहीं है. So in any case, if you are getting any current, there must be a source of that current. जो भी करंट आया सर्किट में, उसका कहीं से तो सोर्स आना चाहिए ना.
Yes, sir.
So energy conservation is not a very simple thing. Energy conservation is a very rigid, very true thing. It is always true. Although energy क्या है, nobody knows very clearly, but this is something, एक ऐसा नंबर है which is preserved, जो पूरे यूनिवर्स में preserved है. So in the first part, what we have discussed, energy stored in electric field, inductance, Faraday law, right? This part will deal with energy stored in magnetic field, what else? Energy flow. Energy flow means pointing vector. So there are 3, 4, 5, there are 6 problems or 7, but all these problems are interconnected. ये सही problems आपस में connected हैं. So problem 1, it's a solenoid of infinite length. So you know almost everything about this problem. What is the energy stored in the magnetic field? कैसे calculate करेंगे magnetic field में कितना energy? और first of all, what is the energy stored in the solenoid? Solenoid में कितना energy है? So first question, sorry, half Li square. And again, कहाँ से आया energy?
From magnetic field.
Sir, E dot I is energy and E is equal to d phi by dt.
So when you have a solenoid and you connect it to a battery, जब आप इसको बैटरी से कनेक्ट करते हैं, some energy is stored in the solenoid. इस solenoid में कुछ energy store हुआ है. And if final current is I, what is I? I is the final current. Initially 0 था, last में final हो गया, I final. How do you go from 0 to I? That does not matter. आप linearly आगे बढ़े, sinusoidally आगे बढ़े, और by some other method आगे बढ़े, that doesn't matter. Finally, you get I final. And in that process, this solenoid got some energy. इस process में solenoid के पास कुछ energy आया. And if you calculate that energy, it is half Li square. So first of all, ये energy आया कहाँ से? Means किसके खाते से energy कम हुआ है?
From battery.
Right. Similar loss is there in the battery. Battery का energy आप recalculate करेंगे, it will be original minus half Li square, right? What is L for solenoid? Self-inductance for solenoid per unit length. Because obviously if solenoid is of infinite length, तो उसका इंडक्टेंस भी infinite ही होगा. पर यूनिट लेंथ का इंडक्टेंस कितना है? Any answer? So there are n turns in unit length, and एक लेंथ में n turns है, and current is I, and the cross sectional radius is R. How will you calculate L?
The total flux equals to Li, and we know the value of I and phi. From this phi on I equals to L.
Alright. So how much is the flux in a unit length of solenoid? Unit length के solenoid में कितना flux होगा?
B into pi r square into n upon L.
B is mu naught Ni. This is B into pi r square. This is the flux through one loop. एक loop से इतना flux है, right? This is the magnetic flux passing through one loop. This is the area of one loop. How many such loops are here? कितने loops हैं? In unit length, there are n loops. And let us say we have a solenoid of length L. यदि length L है, then this much is the flux passing through a solenoid of length L. So what is inductance? Of a section of solenoid of length L. Solenoid का एक part लिया है जिसकी length L है, and the inductance of that much piece is how much? I cancels. This is L. Mu naught n square pi r square, right? What is energy stored? कितना energy store हुआ है solenoid में? L also. In L length, half mu naught n square pi square r square L I square. This I is final I. All right. So this is in terms of physical objects. आपने physical object देखा and you are trying to calculate energy stored in that object. Instead of looking at object means solenoid, हम object ना देख करके we can also look at the behavior of magnetic field in the universe. Means initially at t is equal to 0, there is no magnetic field. At some time t is equal to t final, now there is a magnetic field in some region. इतने region में एक magnetic field है. What is the direction? In this direction. कितना magnitude है इसका? Mu naught n. So somehow we are changing the magnetic field profile in the universe. हमने कुछ ऐसा किया कि universe का magnetic field change हो रहा है. Question is, how much energy did we have to spend to make this magnetic field? इस magnetic field को बनाने में हमने कितना वर्क किया? What is the answer? Anyone?
That's same half Li square.
In terms of magnetic field, it is this.
B square by 2 mu.
Right. Now we want to know how much energy is stored in this much region only. What is the region? A cylinder of radius capital R and length L. सिर्फ इतनी रीजन में कितना एनर्जी स्टोर्ड है? ओके, दिस इज द एनर्जी स्टोर्ड इन दिस होल यूनिवर्स. हम जितने रीजन में देखना चाह रहे हैं उसमें कितना एनर्जी स्टोर्ड है? कैसे कैलकुलेट करेंगे? इंस्टेड ऑफ ऑल यूनिवर्स, सो एनर्जी, दिस इज एनर्जी स्टोर्ड, राइट? यही एनर्जी स्टोर्ड भी है. एनर्जी स्टोर्ड इन मैग्नेटिक फील्ड is equal to this. Energy stored in a given volume. So you can think of that 1 by this b square upon 2 mu naught is energy density. मान सकते हैं इसे? Because this is the energy in unit volume. You multiply it with the volume and you get the energy in that volume. Now what is the volume? Volume is this. A cylinder of length L, radius R. How much is the energy? Calculate the magnetic field inside. That is mu naught Ni square. And this magnetic field is constant everywhere. अंदर सब जगह field constant है, right? So we can multiply it with the corresponding volume. What is the volume? Area of base is pi r square, length is L, and 1 upon 2 mu naught here. क्या आंसर मिला आपको? हाफ mu naught cancel, n square I square pi r square L. क्या ये आंसर सेम है?
Yes, sir.
So what I am trying to say is that either you can think in terms of objects, it's like Newtonian way. आप जो भी कर रहे हैं उसको उसी के अकॉर्डिंग फॉलो भी करें. You get the answer. Or you can think, guys, mute your mic if it is not required. Mrityunjay, you have any problem? Or you can think in terms of magnetic field also. आप मैग्नेटिक फील्ड की टर्म्स में भी इसको देख सकते हैं. I mean, you can think like that. Something is being done. किसी ने कुछ किया यूनिवर्स में, and the effect is this. क्या इफेक्ट है? Initially there was no magnetic field. शुरू में तो कोई magnetic field नहीं था. Now this is the magnetic field. So you can calculate how much work is being done to produce that effect. उस इफेक्ट को प्रोड्यूस करने में कितना वर्क करना पड़ा वो आप मैग्नेटिक फील्ड से पता कर सकते हैं. And you will get the same answer. So this quantity, which is actually volume integral of b square upon 2 mu naught d tau, is also equal to half Li square, right? And in the theory also, if you remember, half Li square से ये quantity calculate की गई थी, right? So obviously we must get the same answer. Now third part. This is problem 1, problem 2. Third, please do on your own. Let me now generalize this part a little bit. This is the coil, right? This is a solenoid. And let us say this is the battery. So we have wires all over the solenoid. So initially, where was the energy? शुरू में energy कहाँ थी? At t is equal to 0, it was here inside the battery, right? Now, as we switch on this circuit, the current start increasing. Current 0 से बढ़ना शुरू होता है final current की ओर. So energy is decreasing in the battery. Battery में energy धीरे धीरे कम होगी. And that energy will go to the solenoid through this current. इस solenoid में या wire में whatever you want to say में transfer होना शुरू होगी. Obviously through this wire, in wire के through ही. So you can say that energy is all over the surface. आप कह सकते हैं कि energy surface पर है और in the wire. But right now अभी हमने ये भी प्रूव किया कि एनर्जी मैग्नेटिक फील्ड में भी मान सकते हैं. My question is, how does energy goes inside the solenoid from the wire? यदि मैग्नेटिक फील्ड में एनर्जी मान रहे हैं तो ये अंदर पहुंची कैसे? Like wire solenoid में पहुंची through these wires के through. Now I'm saying solenoid के अंदर कैसे पहुंचे? बात तो कोई वायर भी नहीं है.
मैग्नेटिक फील्ड के फॉर्मेट में.
That's where pointing vector will help you. So calculate one more quantity and you will see some surprising result. क्या calculate करना है आपने? कहाँ calculate करना है? Calculate it on the surface of solenoid. Solenoid की surface पे calculate कीजिए. What is B? B आपको पता है. Mu naught N I. Direction Z cap. Z cap means let us say this. What is E? E means induced whatever electric field here. जो भी electric field है कैसे आया? That does not make any difference here. Calculate E on the surface of the solenoid. Okay? कैसे calculate करेंगे? So what is E here? जो भी electric field surface पर होगा वो कहाँ से बना है? right? So when this current is increasing, जब ये current 0 से final current की ओर move कर रहा है, this magnetic field is changing with time. Magnetic field change कर रहा है, that's why there is a electric field in that period. So situation is like this. जो complete situation है वो कुछ इस तरीके का है. T is equal to 0, T is equal to T final, and T obviously between. Initially I is equal to 0. Finally I is some final current. But in between I कुछ होगा इन दोनों के बीच में. और di by dt is not 0. di by dt 0 नहीं है यहाँ पर. In this case यहाँ पर क्या है? There is a magnetic field inside. Outside तो 0 है ही. What is situation here? यहाँ पे situation क्या है? And there is no magnetic field here. No electric field here. In between यहाँ पर क्या हो रहा है? Right? So in this period means when transitions are taking place, जब transitions हो रहा है, when everything is flowing, जब ये पूरा settlement हो रहा है energy का, calculate E. Okay, you can calculate it using this formula और इसका integral form. Integral form क्या है? Integral E dot dl over a loop is equal to d phi by dt का integral. Okay. The direction of this electric field parallel or anti-parallel to current आएगा. So this is the direction of electric field along the wire, magnetic field along the axis of solenoid. E cross B का direction check कीजिएगा किधर. Let me tell you, E cross B will be in this direction, inside. Okay. Second, what is E cross B? Or what is E cross B by mu naught? Energy flow per unit area per second. Okay. So if I take a unit area on the surface, this quantity is going to tell me that surface से अंदर की ओर unit area से एक सेकंड में इतना एनर्जी ट्रांसमिट हुआ है. If I integrate this quantity, this is pointing vector. If I integrate this quantity over the surface, इस पूरी surface पे integrate किया जाए, what will I get? क्या मिलेगा मुझे? So, integral of pointing vector onto the surface of the solenoid. Surface क्या है solenoid का? So let us take a small piece. Length is dl, and this side is 2 pi r dr. 2 pi r d theta. L का इंटीग्रल 0 से कंप्लीट L तक, थीटा का इंटीग्रल 0 to 2 pi. डायरेक्शन क्या है सरफेस वेक्टर का? r कैप. Calculate this quantity. What is this equal to? Energy going, because P is now downwards. अब चेक करेंगे P internal आएगा. Inside the solenoid per second. एक सेकंड में इतना एनर्जी अंदर को आ रहा है. Okay. Calculate this quantity. इसको कैलकुलेट कीजिए. And let us say let me say this is some I1. If you calculate I1 0 to T final, do you know what will it be equal to? ये किसके बराबर होगा?
That b square by 2 mu.
You can verify it. Okay. So give it some time. इसको थोड़ा टाइम दीजिए, इसको चेक कीजिए कि सही है या नहीं, and you will see. So pointing vector tells you everything. एनर्जी कहाँ जा रही है, कैसे जा रही है, किस रेट से जा रही है. कैसे सॉल्व करेंगे पूरा? I have written this question in the same sequence. In the first part, I asked you to calculate energy using half Li square. Do the same thing, but now with the magnetic field. दोनों से सेम आने. In third part, do the same thing with the toroid. Problem 4 is bit different. उसको बाद में discuss कर सकते हैं. Problem 5. So, what is the rate of change of energy inside the solenoid in this intermediate process? I mean, in this region, the magnetic field is changing with time. Magnetic field time के साथ धीरे-धीरे. It means energy inside the solenoid is increasing with time. Energy time के साथ बढ़ रही है.
Sir,
Yes.
that di by dt is not equal to 0, I think.
Yes. So in this region, di by right. Sorry, my mistake. Di by dt is not is equal to 0. Right. So magnetic field is changing with time. It means energy is increasing inside the solenoid in this process. So you can calculate what is the rate of increase of energy. आप calculate कर सकते हैं किस rate से बढ़ रही है. Calculate that rate. Right. Easy है. Calculate energy at some time t. किसी time t पे calculate कीजिए. And then take time derivative. इसका time derivative निकालिए, you will get the answer. That rate of change of energy is equal to what? क्योंकि अंदर एनर्जी का रेट बढ़ने का है, वो किसके बराबर होना चाहिए? रेट ऑफ चेंज ऑफ रेट ऑफ इनकमिंग एनर्जी, वहां से एनर्जी किस रेट से अंदर को आ रही है, एंड दैट रेट इज गिवन बाय पॉइंटिंग वेक्टर. ओके, सो यू कैन कैलकुलेट द सिमिलर रेट ऑफ चेंज ऑफ एनर्जी फ्रॉम पॉइंटिंग वेक्टर आल्सो. So that is discussed in this problem 5. Problem 5 इसी पर है. आपको रेट ऑफ चेंज ऑफ एनर्जी निकालना है वॉल्यूम से, पॉइंटिंग वेक्टर से, एंड देन यू वेरीफाई वेदर यू गेट द सेम आंसर. 5a में आपने वॉल्यूम से निकाला है, 5c में पॉइंटिंग वेक्टर से निकाला है, एंड यू शुड गेट द सेम आंसर. नाउ प्रॉब्लम 6 इज सेम एज प्रॉब्लम 5, बट इसको थोड़ा सा और जनरलाइज किया गया to further visualize the pointing vector. Pointing vector के behavior को और क्लियर देखना है तो आप प्रॉब्लम 6 भी सॉल्व करना. So it is the next extension of problem 5. प्रॉब्लम 5 को थोड़ा सा और आगे बढ़ते हैं. Problem 7 is somewhat different. 7 equals a different problem. So problem 1, 5 and 6 they are connected. और इसको इसी ऑर्डर में करेंगे तभी आपको आंसर मिलेगा. So let me stop here. If you have any doubt, you can ask. Alright, so please do it in due time. And maybe next week I will give you one assignment. You will need to solve that assignment, and I'll create one assignment for you. You will have to submit that assignment on this call. एक assignment मैं आपको दूंगा जो आपको solve करके upload करना है, so that I can give you some marks for your performance.
सर कौन कौन से क्वेश्चन सॉल्व करने होंगे असाइनमेंट के लिए?
Assignment will be from first 3 unit. Unit 1, Unit 2 and Unit 3.
Okay sir.
You will get enough time to solve. I mean, it's not like an exam. आपके पास टाइम होगा कुछ दिनों का, after that you can submit.
When will be you giving the assignment?
Maybe in the assignment section, or like I am giving tutorial, जैसा आपको tutorial दे रहा हूँ, और I will create one assignment section for it.
I mean sir the date.
By next week I think. So
Okay,
today is
sir.
2nd August, so on or before 9th August. All right. So attendance is done. You can leave now.